Big Hero 6 is the latest film from Walt Disney Animation, directed by Don Hall and Chris Williams. It stars Ryan Potter and Scott Adsit and a number of other actors in this family-friendly superhero animation. So in 2009, Disney bought Marvel Comics, and this is the first example of them using that in one of their animated films. Big Hero 6 was an old Marvel comic about superheroes in Japan, and this is an adaptation of that for the big screen. Now, having said that, because it's one of Marvel's lesser-known comics, Disney have taken a lot of artistic license with this, and from what I understand, the film is very, very different to the original comic that it was based on. So the film opens in the beautiful fictional city of San Francisco, which is a combination of San Francisco and Tokyo, and we find ourselves with Hero, who's a 14-year-old tech genius who battles robots. So Hero's brother thinks that he's wasting time battling robots, so he gets him to join a university, where he meets a number of other nerdy teenage tech geniuses. It's at this point in the film that Hero meets Baymax, who you've probably seen as the main character advertising the film, and he's this big, inflatable health assistant. Baymax is definitely one of the strong points of this film. You can't deny that he's really, really cute, very well voiced by Scott Adsit, this sort of deadpan, very funny voice. But he's a very lovable character and one that goes through quite a progression in the film. Hero and his friends are confronted by this sort of supervillain character, and in order to combat that, he has to not only turn himself and his friends into superheroes with sort of their science capabilities, but also turn Baymax, this lovable blow-up guy, into a kick-ass superhero. So as you can tell, this film is a lot of fun. It's got a very gentle, pleasant tone to it, and it's a very atypical Disney animation. The characters are funny, the visuals are great, there's a lot of detail that's gone into this film, but despite all that, at the end of the day, you can't help but feel that it's, just sort of another kids' film. For all its good points, there really were no surprises in this film. It's exactly what you'd expect from a Disney animation, and it's not revolutionary in any sense. It's essentially more of the same, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but if you're not a fan of Disney animations, then this isn't the film that's going to change your mind. I would have liked to have seen some more risks in the film. I'd have liked to have seen them do something a little bit more interesting, but at the end of the day, it's a kids' film. I'm sure that 12-year-olds are going to love it, and it serves that purpose very well. Quick mention for my favourite scene in this film, there's one point where Baymax's battery is running down, and in that scenario he appears to be drunk, and it's the funniest 2 minutes of the film. It did have me laughing out loud, and it gets kudos for that because that was a very funny scene. So Big Hero 6 is fun and it's gentle, but it's nothing new from Disney at this stage. It's exactly what you'd expect, and somewhat appropriately, Big Hero 6 gets a 6 out of 10 from me. Thanks for watching this review of Big Hero 6, and I'll be back soon with another review.